/ Imagine stepping onto a red carpet where every flash of a camera is worth thousands of dollars. And every gown isn't just a dress, but a masterpiece valued higher than most luxury cars. Tonight, we're diving into a world where glamour meets unimaginable wealth, where a single outfit can cost more than an entire Hollywood production budget. From pearl-covered gowns guarded by security to diamond-encrusted dresses insured for tens of millions of dollars, these aren't just outfits, they are wearable treasures. And some of them have stories so wild, they sound like scenes from a movie. In this video, we're exploring the most expensive wedding-level couture ever worn at the Oscars, the kind of gowns that redefine luxury and make the entire world stop and stare. These aren't just fashion choices, they are historical moments, cultural statements, and sometimes even scandals. We'll look at why these dresses cost so much, what makes a single gown reach astronomical value, and the secrets behind the red carpet moments that took the internet by storm. From the designers who spent weeks hand-sewing thousands of crystals, to the celebrities who risked wardrobe malfunctions, theft, and even physical discomfort just to bring these visions to life, this story is packed with drama, beauty, and staggering price tags. So, before we begin the countdown, get ready to see fashion in a way you've never seen it before. Because these are the Oscar dresses that didn't just sparkle, they changed the meaning of luxury forever. Cate Blanchett's Armani Privé gown remains one of the most mesmerizing and expensive dresses to ever grace the Oscars red carpet. A creation valued at over $100,000 and crafted with the kind of precision seen only in true haute couture. The gown shimmered with thousands of Swarovski crystals and hand-applied sequins, each one intentionally placed to create a soft opalescent glow that made her appear almost otherworldly under the camera flashes. What made this gown truly extraordinary wasn't just its high-end materials but the unparalleled artistry behind it, the countless hours spent by artisans stitching, arranging, and sculpting the fabric so it would drape flawlessly across Blanchett's frame. Armani designed the dress specifically for her, taking into account her posture, her skin tone, and her ethereal presence, creating a gown that felt less like clothing and more like wearable art. Blanchett moved with such grace that the gown seemed alive, catching light in ripples rather than bursts, revealing the level of detail Armani Privé is known for. Moments like these show why couture is so highly valued. No shortcuts, no mass production, just pure craftsmanship. The result was a look that critics hailed as timeless elegance, a gown that didn't scream for attention but commanded it effortlessly. Even years after its debut, fashion enthusiasts still refer to this look as a benchmark of subtle luxury. Proof that when a designer and a muse align perfectly, magic is possible on the red carpet. Blanchett's appearance in this dress didn't just contribute to her reputation as a fashion icon, it solidified her as someone who understands the power of quiet, confident glamour. Nicole Kidman's Chartreuse Christian Dior gown, designed by John Galliano, remains one of the most daring and expensive Oscar fashion choices ever made, valued at over $100,000, and considered one of the greatest red carpet gowns in history. At the time she wore it, such a bold color was nearly unheard of on the Oscars carpet, where neutral or classic tones dominated. But Kidman was ready to break the mold, choosing a shade that could easily overwhelm anyone with less confidence or less striking features. The gown itself was a masterpiece of couture craftsmanship, featuring intricate Asian-inspired embroidery that wrapped around the dress like a living tapestry. Every detail was meticulously executed, with Galliano's signature flair for combining historical references and high drama. The silhouette was sleek and modern, yet it held a regal elegance, helping Kidman stand tall both literally and figuratively in a transformational moment in her career. She wore the gown at a time when she was stepping into her independence and redefining her image, and the dress mirrored this newfound strength with every stitch. Critics initially didn't know how to react to the bold color, but fashion historians now credit it with revolutionizing red carpet styling, encouraging celebrities to step outside traditional fashion boundaries. Kidman didn't just wear the dress, she owned it, proving that risk-taking in fashion can rewrite the rules. Over time, the gown's cultural significance has grown even greater than its monetary value. It is still referenced in documentaries, exhibitions, editorial shoots, and fashion rankings. It wasn't merely a gown, it was a power move that reshaped the future of Oscars fashion and cemented Kidman as one of the most fearless style icons of her generation. Charlize Theron's Dior couture gown embodied the essence of refined luxury. Valued well over $100,000, not because it was heavily embellished, but because it showcased the true power of masterful tailoring and high-end fabric engineering. Theron has always been known for her statuesque beauty, and this gown captured that quality perfectly, sculpting her silhouette in a way that seemed effortless, yet required extraordinary craftsmanship behind the scenes. Dior's couture team constructed the gown with an architect's precision, ensuring every seam lifted, shaped, and flowed exactly as intended. Unlike many expensive Oscar dresses that rely on crystals or pearls to signify luxury, this creation maintained a minimalist surface, allowing its structure and detail to speak for themselves. The gown moved with a smooth, liquid grace, highlighting the quality of the fabric, which was selected specifically for its ability to catch the light with subtle elegance rather than sparkle dramatically. The look aligned seamlessly with Theron's personal style, strong, sleek, and confidently understated. She walked the red carpet like a modern-day goddess, proving that the absence of excess can sometimes be the boldest choice of all. This gown became a defining moment in her fashion legacy, demonstrating how luxury can manifest through simplicity when executed at a couture level. Critics praised the look for being timeless, noting that it could be reworn today without looking dated. It's a reminder that true sophistication isn't loud or overly decorated. It's measured, intentional, and executed with a level of mastery few houses other than Dior can achieve. Theron's appearance in this gown stands as a testament to the enduring power of craftsmanship and the lasting allure of clean, confident design. Lupita Nyong'o's Calvin Klein pearl dress remains one of the most unforgettable and expensive Oscar gowns ever created. Valued at around $150,000 and covered in an astonishing 6,000 pearls. Designed by Francisco Costa, the gown was not just a fashion piece but a sculptural masterpiece that highlighted Lupita's regal poise and luminous presence. Each pearl was individually chosen for sheen, size, and symmetry before being hand-sewn onto the dress, creating an almost armor-like texture that felt both ethereal and powerful. The gown was inspired by a blend of African heritage and marine elegance, resulting in a look that felt fresh, unique, and deeply expressive. Lupita glowed on the red carpet, the soft luster of the pearls catching the light in a way that made her appear almost celestial. But the story took an unexpected turn when the gown was stolen from her hotel after the Oscars, launching it into international headlines. The thief later returned it after discovering that some of the pearls were imitation, though still incredibly high quality, too. The incident sparked conversation about value, craftsmanship, and the distinction between materials and artistry. Despite the media frenzy, the gown's status as a couture marvel remained intact. Lupita's confidence and grace elevated the dress to legendary status, transforming it into one of the most memorable Oscar looks of all time. Even today, the dress is frequently featured in documentaries and fashion retrospectives, celebrated for its creativity, boldness, and cultural significance. Proof that a gown doesn't need diamonds or traditional embellishments to be priceless, needs vision, craftsmanship, and the right person to bring it to life. Kate Winslet's Valentino gown exuded classic Hollywood glamour at its finest. Valued between $100,000 and $200,000 and crafted from luxurious silk that flowed with an effortless elegance, Winslet has always embodied timeless beauty, and this gown perfectly showcased her sophisticated style. The piece relied on its impeccable construction and rich fabric rather than excessive ornamentation, proving that simplicity, when executed with mastery, can command an extraordinary price. Valentino's couture team is renowned for its hand-finished techniques, and this gown was no exception. Every stitch, fold, and contour was carefully designed to highlight Winslet's natural curves, while maintaining a clean, streamlined silhouette. The gown's color was chosen to enhance her complexion and evoke old Hollywood charm, creating a look reminiscent of vintage film stars yet undeniably modern. Winslet carried herself with a quiet confidence that amplified the elegance of the dress, proving that true glamour doesn't need extravagance, it needs presence. Over time, this gown has become one of her most iconic looks, often referenced in fashion retrospectives and exhibitions. Its value has only increased due to its association with both Valentino craftsmanship and Winslet's cinematic legacy. The gown stands as a perfect example of quiet luxury, where refinement, intention, and artistry matter more than flashy details. It remains a beloved red carpet moment because it represents everything the Oscars used to symbolize: grace, sophistication, and the power of simplicity in a world obsessed with excess. Jessica Biel's Kaufman Franco gown, valued at over $200,000, was a masterpiece of modern red carpet design, combining minimalist structure with meticulously executed detail. Known for their luxurious yet understated aesthetic, Kaufman Franco created a dress that looked sleek and effortless while hiding hundreds of hours of artisan labor beneath its surface. The gown was adorned with thousands of hand-sewn metallic beads, arranged to create a shimmering armor-like effect that captured the light beautifully without feeling overly ornate. The weight of the embellishments required a specially engineered fabric, strong enough to support them, yet flexible enough to allow Biel to move comfortably, demonstrating how much technical innovation can go into couture fashion. Spared with a breathtaking diamond necklace, valued at over $100,000 on its own, Biel's ensemble became one of the most expensive looks of the evening. Her styling smooth hair, soft makeup, and a confident demeanor allowed the gown to shine as the centerpiece without distraction. The look was praised by critics for merging contemporary fashion with classic glamour, proving that modern silhouettes can hold just as much red carpet power as traditional ball gowns. This gown became a defining moment in Biel's style evolution, elevating her from well-dressed to undeniably iconic. Its blend of simplicity, strength, and sophistication continues to be celebrated as one of the finest examples of high-end minimalist couture ever worn at the Oscars. Jennifer Lawrence's Dior couture gown, valued at an astonishing $4 million when insured, stands as one of the most iconic and expensive dresses in Oscars history. The voluminous silhouette, crafted with layer upon layer of expertly structured fabric, created a breathtaking princess-like appearance that transformed Lawrence into a modern fairy tale figure. Dior's couture team spent hundreds of hours constructing the gown, shaping each layer by hand to ensure flawless movement and proportion. The dress became instantly legendary when Lawrence famously tripped while ascending the stairs to accept her award. Rather than diminishing the gown's impact, the moment made it even more memorable, adding an element of relatability and authenticity that resonated with viewers worldwide. The gown's high insurance valuation reflected not only the material cost but also the craftsmanship and prestige associated with Dior couture. As the face of the brand at the time, Lawrence received one of their most intricate designs, a gown meant to represent Dior's legacy of elegance and structured beauty. Critics praised the look for its balance of youthful softness and couture grandeur. The dress continues to appear in lists of the most unforgettable Oscar gowns, symbolizing both Lawrence's rising star power and the enduring artistry of Dior. It remains a reminder that a red carpet moment can become part of pop culture history, not because everything goes perfectly, but because it captures true emotion wrapped in breathtaking couture. Anne Hathaway's Armani Privé ensemble, valued at around $10 million, including the dazzling jewelry, stands as one of the most luxurious Oscar looks ever created. The gown itself was a sparkling work of art, covered in hand-cut crystals, sequins, and metallic threading that formed an intricate pattern shimmering with every movement. Hathaway wore this gown during her year as Oscars co-host, requiring something both visually stunning and durable enough for a night of constant motion, something most couture gowns are not designed for. Armani's couture artisans spent countless hours constructing the gown to ensure it maintained structure without restricting movement. The crystal embellishments gave the dress a liquid shine, enhancing Hathaway's natural luminosity and creating a radiant, almost glowing presence on stage. Paired with one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces that added millions to the overall value, the ensemble became a symbol of pure red carpet extravagance. Critics praised Hathaway for embracing full glamour and showcasing the artistry of high couture. The gown remains an unforgettable fashion moment, not only for its exceptional cost, but for the confidence and elegance with which Hathaway carried it. It demonstrated the power of couture to transform a celebrity into a vision of cinematic beauty, reminding audiences that the Oscars red carpet is as much about storytelling through fashion as it is about film. As we come to the end of this journey through the most extravagant, breathtaking, and almost unbelievable Oscar gowns ever worn, one thing becomes absolutely clear: the red carpet is far more than a photo opportunity. It's a worldwide stage where fashion, art, wealth, culture, and personal expression collide in the most spectacular way. These dresses weren't just expensive because of diamonds, pearls, or elaborate stitching. They were expensive because of the countless stories woven into every thread. Behind each gown was a team of artisans dedicating hundreds of hours, designers pushing the limits of creativity, and celebrities stepping into a moment that would define them for years to come. Watching these gowns sweep across the red carpet reminds us that fashion has the power to tell stories without saying a single word. Whether it was Cate Blanchett's ethereal elegance, Nicole Kidman's bold reinvention, Lupita Nyong'o's unforgettable pearl fantasy, or Jennifer Lawrence's fairy tale moment turned viral legend, each dress captured the imagination of millions. They were more than outfits, they were symbols of confidence, artistry, and the magic that happens when a red carpet moment becomes a piece of cultural history. What makes these gowns truly priceless is not just the craftsmanship, but how they made us feel awed, inspired, curious, maybe even a little envious. These looks set new standards, shaped future trends, and proved that fashion can be emotional, powerful, and unforgettable. Speed. The Oscars will always be a place where dreams and drama mix, where the world watches not only to see who wins awards, but to see who will deliver that one look that takes everyone's breath away.